Hello guys, this is a video just on the problems from our unit study guide. It's our unit review. So I'm going to go through as many of these as I can in my short video and hopefully get all the solutions. Again, if you don't need to sit through this entire video. You can just check your answers and then go back and look at the solutions if you need to. Okay, so let's go and start right here. And sorry about that, always makes that mistake there. Let's go ahead and work on this. This is number 1. So what we want to do is we want to get all of this inside the ln into 1 power of e. So what you have to remember is that a root is a fraction power, and anything that's in the denominator is a negative power. So we really have e to the negative 3 raised to the 1/5. And whenever you have a power raised to a power, you multiply those powers. And so we're going to have e to the negative 3/5. And since we have ln of e, we're just going to take the power there and we're going to have negative 3/5. Okay. Now this one we're going to have, here we've got e ln of 2/3. So right here these kind of drop out. And then we have e ln of 2 cubed, and then these kind of drop out, and we just have 2 cubed, which is 8. Okay, and that's it for that one. Alright, let's look at the next one. So we had to solve this equation, so the next few are solve these equations. Now for this one here, we're going to want to take and make sure that these bases can be set to be the same. 4 is 2 squared, and 8 is 2 cubed. So that's going to give me 2 to the 2x minus 1 equals, again, don't forget that this is a negative power because it's in the denominator. So I'm going to have 2 to the negative, and then we're going to multiply these together. So we've got 3x plus 3. Now that I have the bases the same, I can go ahead and just take the powers here. So 2x minus 1 equals negative 3x minus 3. Add 3x to both sides. And I'm going to get 5x. Add 1. 5x equals negative 2. So x equals negative 2/5. That's all there is to that one. Alright, let's take a look at the next one. So for this one here, we're going to, the first thing we want to do is, the first thing we always want to do is make sure that the numbers that are in front of the ln are brought up as powers. Okay, so we've got ln of x plus 2 squared plus ln of x minus 1 equals ln, this is a typo by the way, this should have been ln of x cubed. Now we have a plus in between two natural logs, so we're going to put this together and condense it into one natural log by multiplying the insides together. Okay, that's the property. Now that we have the two logarithms equal to one another, we're going to put the insides equal to one another, so we're going to have x squared plus 4x plus 4 times x minus 1 equals x cubed. Alright, so then we multiply this out. We're going to have x cubed plus 4x squared plus 4x minus x squared minus 4x minus 4 equals x cubed. Simplify. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. These two are 3x squared. And solve for x. X is plus or minus the square root of 4/3. Now the negative is not going to work because if I put the negative right in here, I'm going to have a negative, so the negative is going to be extraneous. The positive, however, is going to work. It's bigger than 1, so we're good to go with the positive. So our only answer is x equals the square root of 4/3. For those of you that don't like things like that and you want to have it a little more simplified, it's going to be x is 2 over root 3, which is 2 root 3 over 3 for those that want to make sure it's all simplified all out. This is going to be your answer. Okay, so next one. Okay, so for this one, we're going to need to do the ln of both sides because they are not equal bases. So we'll ln here, ln there, and then we'll bring the power down in front of the ln here and right there. So we're going to have x minus 2 times ln of 7 equals 3 minus x times ln of 5. Then we're going to distribute, so x ln 7 minus 2 ln 7, okay, this in here, this in here, equals 3 ln 5 minus x ln 5. Put all the x's on one side, x ln 7 plus x ln 5 equals 3 ln 5 plus 2 ln 7. Factor. I think you've seen a lot of these, hopefully, the last few weeks. And then divide. 3 ln 5 plus 2 ln 7 all over ln 7 plus ln 5, and that is your answer. Okay? All right. Continuing on. Let's look at the next one. Okay, again, you know what I think we want to do here? I think the easiest thing to do is get rid of the square root by squaring both sides. All right? So this turns the problem into 3 to the x equals 2 to the 2x plus 2. I got 2x plus 2 here because I multiplied in there. Okay? All right, now we can ln both sides. ln, natural log. So we're going to bring the x in the front. We're going to have x ln 3 equal to 2x plus 2 times the natural log of 2. Distribute. All right, same old guys here. It ends up being the same type of algorithm. Subtract the x over so we can get the x's on the same side. Factor out an x. Hopefully you're seeing that the work on these they're pretty much the same work, guys. Same thing. And then divide. Okay? All right, there you go. All right, so let's take a look at the next one. We're speeding through these guys, man. Speeding through them, all right? Now, this is a polynomial, so we're going to factor this. E to the x equals 0. This looks like -3 and -2. So that way, if I do FOIL on this, I'll end up with this again. Okay? So just here's a side note. We'll FOIL it out just so you can see what it looks like FOILed. So that way I don't FOIL you. Okay, anyway. E times E is e to the x squared. Okay, so which is e to the 2x. Minus 3 e to the x. Minus 2 e to the x. Plus 6. Okay? Minus 3 minus 2 is -5. Okay, so we get the same thing. All right, so from here, we're going to use the zero product property. So e to the x minus 3 equals 0. E to the x minus 2 equals 0. Subtract or add 3, and we get x is equal to the ln 3. E to the x equals 2, so x is ln of 2. This one has 2 answers. All right, that's it for that one. Next one. Next one, next one. Let's go down the slides. Go down the slides. Here we go. This looks kind of like a logistic expression. So I'm going to multiply both sides by this denominator. You can also think of it as cross multiplying. So we're going to 5 times 1. And I'm going to have 2 times 1 plus 14 e to the 2x. And let's go ahead and multiply that in. So we're going to have 5 equals 2 plus 28 e to the 2x, subtract 2 to both sides. Then divide by 28. We've got 3 over 28 equals e to the 2x. Now I'm going to take the ln here, so natural log of 3 over 28 equals 2x. And lastly, that way over there, we're going to divide by 2. So we're going to have 1/2 ln of 3 over 28. 1/2, same thing as dividing by 2, right? Okay, so there we go. All right, almost done, guys. Pretty quick. Let's look at this one here. Guppies, okay? Guppies. It doubles every 20 days. All right, if it doubles every 20 days, there are 4 guppies initially. All right, so looking at that last worksheet we had this thing here over change in time. So our rate is going to be, let's see, we have 4 guppies to start with, and then every 20 days it doubles. So I'm going to have 8 guppies, and then 20 days later, so 20 minus 0. That's going to give me the rate. So I'm going to go to my calculator to figure out what that rate is. So let's bring this guy over here. So ln of 8 minus ln of 4, and divide that by 20, and I get 0.035. Okay. All right. So express the number of guppies as a function of time. So we're going to have the number of guppies is going to be equal to the initial amount of guppies, which were 4, times e to the 0.035t. Okay, so that's our growth formula. How many guppies will Susan have in 2 months? That's 60 days. So we're going to plug 60 in right here for time. All right, so g of 60 is equal to 4 times e to the 0.035 times 60. And let's go ahead and calculate that out. In the way. Writing's in the way. Let's try 4 times e to the 0.035 times 60. Get 32.66. All right. So 32.66. 32.66 guppies. We probably won't have we hope we don't have 0.66 of a guppy. We got to do some cleanup in our aquarium if that happens. So we probably just say 32 guppies. Okay. All right. In how many days will Susan have 100 guppies? Guppies. Yes, guppies. So in her it should say in her tank, right? A real-life infestation. Oh my gosh, so many guppies. 100 equals 4 times e to the 0.035t. We're solving for time. Divide by 4, right? Divide by 4. Got to get this e isolated first. So 25 equals e to the 0.035t. ln to the rescue. It's a mathematical superhero. Clearing out weapons of math destruction. Okay, ln of 25 over 0.035. We're going to get that one in our calculator to see what it is. And 91.96. Did you see that? I was so fast. 91.97. So we're going to need 92 days, guys. 92 days. We're going to see 100 guppies, and there's going to be an infestation. All right. Good luck tomorrow on your test. Bye-bye.